Welcome to Panda Dexterous. I'm Panda. We're playing Path of Titans. Today we are growing a Rhamphorhynchus. And there we are. This dinosaur is a bit different from the other dinosaurs in that it cannot do direct damage with its abilities. It is support in that it'll do a lot of buffs or debuffs depending on the way that you build it. That said, it is a very small, agile, semi-aquatic dinosaur. There's nowhere on the map that you can't take this dinosaur. I've gone with the 20% faster cooldown subspecies. You could also do the 2 times health stealing or the 10% swim speed. There isn't a bad option with this. Tutorial cave quests are completed, so let's look at our abilities before we head out. For passives, you have Lucky Feather. This will allow you to survive 1 fatal attack and keep you alive, make you immune to damage briefly, and then it has a 5-minute cooldown. You have Night Walker, which increases stamina regeneration and reduces food drain during the night. And we have Strong Claws, so you cannot be knocked off while you are latched with your Pounce ability, which we will get later on. You always have your Bite available to you. It will not damage players, but you use it to hunt critters and fish. You do have a head slot available as a hatchling, but you don't have a lot of marks, so you probably can't afford the one that you want at this time. We'll look at these when we're able to afford them. And away we go. We have ended up on Sanctuary Isle. A lot of your flyers do end up on islands in the ocean. In order to fly, you need to run, jump, and then jump again when you're in the air, and that'll let you take off. Rhamp is very forgiving with its flying because it is a small dinosaur, so it's very easy to learn how to get in the air on one of these. Rhamp is a semi-aquatic, but you don't see the underwater waystones or home caves on your map. I just happen to know where this one is, so I'm going to get that real quick. In order to regenerate stamina, if you're in the water, make sure your sprint is off and then you just hang out on the surface of the water. Let's look at our abilities again. For head slot, you have Bloodsucker. This is a bite that will heal you as well as apply a debuff to the dinosaur you're pounced on. Conehead increases flight control. I honestly don't notice a difference when I have this on. I don't recommend getting it. Scab Picker reduces a target's bleed heal rate. This is great if you're going to be in a group and supporting bleeders in your group. Spearfishing refills your stamina when you catch a fish. This is a good option if you plan to spend a lot of time in the water. Even though I can't use it yet, I am going to get Bloodsucker for when I can pounce. For front limb, you have Barrel Roll. You do a quick dart forward. It doesn't do damage. Dart, which is a dart forward in air or water, and you can use it to catch critters. This is what I usually have on. And Scatter, when you pounce and you detach from your pounce, you will leap into the air instead of leaping to the side. We'll get Dart for now. For your tail slot, you have Fishing Lure. Again, if you're going to be in the water a lot, this is a good option. You also have Rudder, which improves your jump control, reduces jump stamina, and reduces fall damage. This is the one we're going to pick. Make sure your abilities are on your hotbar before you leave. Let's talk about updrafts. These exist in the ocean, and you can identify them by the upward moving dust and leaf particles that you'll see over the ocean's surface. When you enter an updraft, you will get upward movement. You do not have to fly upwards. You can just sit there and you will lift, allowing you to get some height while you're out in the ocean. Also, while flying, you can give yourself a forward speed boost by diving down and then pulling up and straightening out. This will allow you to glide forward faster than you otherwise would for a brief period. This movement is a pretty vital part of your flight mobility, so I would recommend getting the hang of this as soon as possible. This will help you escape and this will help you catch other people in the air. Another aspect to your flight mobility is using precise movement to hover in place. This will allow you to interact with objects on the ground, quest objectives, trophies, without having to land, which is safer for you, especially when you're a smaller flyer. We are now adolescents, and we have most of our slots open at this point. There's just one voice slot that we don't have. For senses, you have flock migration, which reduces your flight stamina, but you do need to be in a group. Plague carrier, which is what ramps are known for, a debuff that will reduce bleed, stamina, and health recovery, and increase food and water drain. If you use it well solo, you become immune to the effects of plague carrier. Strong lungs, which reduces oxygen depletion when you are next to a living fish, great if you're going to be in the water a lot. We're going to go with plague carrier and be as much of a menace as we can. For hide, you have hollow bones, which reduces your jump stamina, and you have seabird, which makes you better in pretty much every way when you're in the water. I'm going to go with hollow bones for now. For legs, you have emergency exit, which lets you jump higher in combat, web feet, which is another increase to your swimming ability, and pounce, which lets you attach to another dinosaur and will let us use most of our abilities. We can't afford it right now, but as soon as we have the marks, we'll get it. For voice, you have bloodthirsty hunters, increases the bleed damage for dinosaurs in your group, again great if you're supporting other bleeders. Fishy breath, which lets you give the buff from your most recently eaten fish to the members of your group, even if they don't eat fish. This is a good general support option. Lord of Terrors, which you can only use at night, which removes stamina and reduces damage for dinosaurs that are not in combat around you. Plotting Whispers allows you to increase the damage of the dinosaur that you are pounced and latched onto. And Rat Out will make all the dinosaurs in the area do their broadcast call. This will make them drop things if they are carrying them. We can afford Pounce now, so we're going to go ahead, purchase that, and equip it, and then take a visit over to Crater. Not really sure who's on what side in all this. We're just waiting for somebody to die and seeing if we can steal a trophy. Oh, there we go. And success. And while we're here, we'll get Scatter equipped as well. We have hit subadults, so we're going to go ahead and build our nest. And perfect. And place our fern of completion. Done. Let's take a moment and look at our abilities. We haven't talked about metabolism yet. There's only the one option, so meat and fish it is. With both of our voice slots open, I'm going to get Lord of Terrors, and I'm going to get Plotting Whispers. These are the only two that you can use without being in a group. Now that we're adult, we're going to go to Crater. I just need to grab something